Okay, this is one of the two milling machines that you will be working with. I'm going to go through the whole process of the part you're going to make. Got a drawing of it over there. And then I'll show the variation on the other mill, because when you come in, you'll be doing one or the other, which essentially will do the same thing. This is a vertical milling machine called Bridgeport. In slang, it's actually not made by the Bridgeport company, but you'll see a little bit about that. It has, and you might be able to see the digital readout, that when I crank these wheels, I'm moving the table in the X direction. When I crank this wheel, I'm moving the table in the Y direction. For the Z direction, you have this quill that comes in, kind of like a drill press, or you can crank the whole thing up and down with the knee by cranking it up and down. You'll notice at the ends of these cranks there's a dial. You can set the dial, and then you can measure how far each crank is and how far you go, but you can also use the digital readout, and that's the reason I'm going to use the two machines, because of ours with digital readouts. This thing right here is a vise, and it is what holds the parts that you're going to make in place. There's a few other things that I'll be showing you as we go along, how to change out the cutting bit, putting in edge finders, doing things like that, and I'll do that as we go forward with what we're doing. A couple little safety things. You notice I've got keys and my ID, holder for my ID. This one's tearaway, so I could leave that on. This is not, so I have to take it off before I run machinery, or put it inside my lab coat or whatever. I'm just going to take it off for now. You don't want to have loose jewelry and things when you're running machines like this. So speed control is up here. You won't be needing to deal with that. It'll be set at the speed you need to do. You will need to lock the drawbar when you have to change it. And the power switch here, you can just run it forward, but mills like this, you can run it in both directions. You'll see some information about that in the description of milling when I talk about conventional versus climb cutting. So that's about it. These are the few things that you'll be dealing with. It does have a rapid reverse, but it's unplugged because you're not going to need to move it that much. Okay.